everyone, I am in Jinjo, and this is what to play next. We're doing everything that's awesome in gaming. Kyrandia is one of the greatest adventure games of all time. It came out in the same era as King's Quest, and somehow a whole
Malcolm the
bunch of people...
Jester is broken free. He now controls the Kyragem, source of all the magic in Kyrandia. Once a favorite of the court, he killed the king and seized the gem. Imprisoned by the royal mystics, Malcolm was held for 18 years. But now the mystic spell has slipped, and vengeful Malcolm enjoys free reign.
So when it went back up for sale on GOG, we definitely...
Did you bring the lavender rose, Brandon?
They turned my grandfather to stone, and that's how I get involved. As
Very
the plot
good,
progresses,
Brandon. Use the rose wisely, and the royal amulet will be yours.
I gain magical powers.
In time, it will enable you to wield great power.
We loved the animation, but most of all, the soundtrack was one of the first MP4s.
Wow! Is that for me?
In order to obtain the amulet, you must place this rose upon the silver altar. Then you must find Darm. He lives in the Timber Mist Woods. He may be able to help you. Good luck, Brandon, and be careful.
So you go and you get the royal amulet.
Wow!
And then
that must be the amulet.
You're able to do with
hey, this is going to be easy.
So as you complete your quest...
Just stop your dancing, Brandon, and bring me what I asked for.
Magical power of your own, in addition
well, Brandon, you still have not given me the quill I need.
Restoring life to the Deadwood Glade, and to express our appreciation, and so forth and so on, and in token of which, I dust you now.
You got it in my nose. I feel different. Am I stronger now or what?
I suppose that's up to you. I've done my part, so if you don't mind, I'll get back to my own problems. Come on, Roots, let's get going.
So we've progressed along throughout the original board and into the...
Ow, that snake bit me!
Magical woods where Darm lives.
Where is he
He's
now?
the second of the royal mystics.
At least I'll get the...
You need to be able to...
I don't feel so good. That snake must be poisonous. Amazing! The effects of the poison are gone.
Aha! You have my quill. Why did I want it?
You are the Master of Scrolls. Write him one to aid his quest.
So now we know who the enemy is.
You'll need a magic scroll.
We do. Look at that before. You actually get to reuse some of Darm's magical items, which is pretty cool.
For mystics with no magic left, you all seem to have an awful lot.
Malcolm's hold grows ever stronger, and soon no spells of ours will work. So take the scroll and use it later.
Bryn was pretty useless.
Good.
She just point-head.
You have the scroll. Next, you'll seek another tool.
Another tool?
Darm, on the other hand, has a dragon.
Yes! I placed the last gemstone. I finished the quest.
Kind of expect more out of him.
Oh, what's that?
I always think of Julia when I see those.
A flute? Watch out, Malcolm. I'm coming to get you, and I've got a flute now.
The Fireberry caves were notorious. It was a maze, and it was interesting.
I wonder if Malcolm is in here.
There was an arcade element to most of the games, where they tried to transition between what was
Fireberries. Maybe these will help me find my way in the dark.
And what would work in PC games and missed, because they were two completely different animals. Now we do go back and forth. Obviously, FPSs are pretty popular, especially if you have an Xbox controller, and like Xbox games because that's made by Microsoft. But as far as where adventure games went, they solidly embraced mini games and seek and find. it's one of those mini games. They went through this whole phase where it was just seek and find in Siberia, Kyrandia.
Oh, now that's just great.
There was one more that I can't think of.
At last
really
you've
kind of
come.
buried it, where people
I
just
have
feel
been
like
waiting
nobody
for
likes
so
more
long. Can you
than
take
just
me
the
with
backdrop.
you?
Please, ignore her. She cannot think clearly. I am glad to see you and would like to go with you when you leave.
We both can't go.
Well, I'm not staying. I hate it here.
I've been here longer. I should leave first.
We came
This
together.
game was fairly
You will
self-aware.
recall I entered first. You were taunting shadow rays.
One of us must stay until
They
the
did
altar is
notice,
completed.
How tough
Why
the
don't you
barbarian
finish it
games were.
yourselves?
So
And
once
then you
gain
both could
will-o'-the-wisp
leave.
Power,
We serve the master of tides and love.
you just
We are
turn
not
into a
craftsmen,
But you could do it, though.
and then we all could go.
What needs to be done?
We don't know.
We only know how to float, and we could teach you.
If I can think of what to do, I'll return.
Brandon, we're so moved by you.
We need the magic water, Brandon. Did you bring it?
I do wind up meeting Xanthia. She was a pro tag in the next game. We absolutely adore her. So. But I run into Malcolm again and stymied. I'm unable to get Xanthia her magic water. This is tragic. You have to unload your inventory a couple times.
Are you hungry, little fella?
Deaths were like a thing in these. So it was one of those running jokes. Sierra was big into having the death toll where they would go through and some players would try to die every single way possible. They'd have a little pop-up with the graphic. The graphics were so difficult to make back in the day. Pixel art was incredible. It was like wallpapers. People were just absolutely amazed that you could do that at first. Still trying to find out about the little door there.
Finally, somebody has a front door.
They're pretty much all just, I mean, I don't know if they toss a cloth across it or if they're just
What's the
hanging out.
royal chalice doing here?
How do I know it's the royal chalice? Always save before you mess with, royal items. Not for
It's
you,
stuck.
though.
That's spooky. What holds it there?
So when they talk about the lovingly hand-rendered backdrops or something, you'll see that described a lot, especially in adventure games. It's because the art departments were just... The backdrops are where they put the story. And that was such a huge thing for us. And it's pretty much stayed that way. Art departments vary in what they do. Some skin polygonals and so on. What you do is you have objects and then you skin the entire foreground. You can move through that fairly well. That works well for a more cinematic experience. And then, of course, there's the 3D polygonals. Whenever you find a developer who's working on that sort of thing, you are trending towards indie because they are pushing the field forward. Back in the day, obviously, that's all there was because it was all being developed. Betrayal at Condor used the same game engine as Arena, the first of the Elder Scrolls, for the parts where you were wandering around. But they built on it in completely different ways.
Aren't there any easy parts?
They had this cutscene section in Betrayal at Condor, and they put chests that you could find in instead of the more roguelike approach that Mr. Howard took. where the dungeons were where you went down in to find, you know, something along lines of consistency with quests in a more D&D style. So you didn't run into that in adventure games. In adventure games, what you had was a backdrop, and the backdrop told the story instead of waypoints and NPCs. So there are major divergences that new kids don't get.
Ow! Let's try this.
Let's let the scroll on fire. That's what makes that work.
I did it! I made the flames go out!
Look at me.
Huh, now I have the crystal ball.
Nothing can stop me now. Still can't get the chalice, though. This is a story for another day. I always, you know, I don't know. I'm of two minds.
Aren't there any easy parts?
I don't know if that adds to the realism or, you know, it kicks on the fourth wall the other way.
Now we're having fun.
Now we're having fun. It's awesome.
This flask is already filled. This flask is already...
Annoying.
Magic water. Magic water.
Can't throw anything into the fountain, huh? Spell ingredients if I ever saw them. Being the mistress of potions is an interesting job. That's actually her laundry.
We need the magic water, Brandon. Did you bring it?
Attitude.
Thanks, Brandon. You're a prince. The prince, actually.
You want me to know more about this?
Your parents were King William and Queen Catherine. Did you know Malcolm murdered them and seized the Kyragem?
I mean, it's becoming apparent. Does that count?
We had him locked in the castle, but now he's loose.
Malcolm? That old jester? If I free the gem, can I get revenge? Will it give me powers?
You should just lock people near
It
the
will
scene
be
of
difficult.
crime.
I'm sure the royal vestments have been lost. Malcolm probably wears the crown. You'll need luck if nothing else.
Are you mystics powerless? Can't you free the Kyragem?
Only you can do it now. The pact requires royal blood.
What should I do?
Let's mix a potion. Go get some blueberries.
And then she gets capped. So, link in the description below if you do want to play along. Sometimes I do play them and then voice over them. Most of the time you are along for the real actual ride. Tend to be a little bit more animated. We have merch down there, so if you want to pimp the fact that you are a pirate queen, if you love pirate queens, if you just want to advertise that you want to look for what to play next or bring people to the channel, we love you guys. We love everything about you. You're awesome. So, you know, we just love that you're along for the ride, and that's a lot of fun for us. So this is one of the best adventure games of all time, and they're always nothing bucks. Try to get you guys good stuff. Also down there, my membership button isn't working. It does pop up so you can become a channel member, but I did have a couple of people ask me, you know, can we donate? So we partner with Coffee, Ko-Fi, what to play next link is down there. You can buy us a cup of coffee. So if you do want to donate in that way, you certainly can. It goes through PayPal or uses Stripe, either one. So we love you. We love that you're always along for the ride most of all. Make this chick smile. Liking and subscribing is always totally free. And we just love that you bring your friends to us, that you help discover games with us, and that you're just here. So we will see you in the next video.